you can relax. Colleen and Erik have a podcast. The world is scary and we're locked in our home, but now we have big microphones. So you can relax. That's the name of our podcast.
Hello, welcome to Relax the Podcast. I'm Colleen Ballinger, and you guys, we're doing it again. We're recording from afar again. That was
starting off choking.
Okay.
Are we ever gonna change the song?
Yeah, we'll change
Let's
it.
change the song.
You just reminded me of something I'm so excited about for this episode. Oh my God, thank you for saying that. I'm singing a song for you guys today.
I'm so excited for this episode. You are?
Yes.
Do you have an instrument?
No, I'm just singing.
Because we're in a hotel room in Santa Barbara. We are not in our studio again.
Again.
We do not have our big microphones
Again.
We are not wearing the outfits that we wore in high school as we've promised for 4 weeks in a row again.
I know, because I keep touring.
Why do you have to have this big successful tour?
And so every time I tour, like, it's just like the week is destroyed when I tour because like the week's all about prep. And then when I get home, it's all about getting life back in order.
Kids.
And then our lives are so crazy busy. The only moments we have to record the podcast on touring weeks are typically like moments like
we're
this.
Somehow
where
more tired than this.
Like it's midnight in a hotel room and we're like, okay.
And this is when we have the most energy.
So I wouldn't say that, but I am so excited today, guys, because one, the comments from last week's episode on YouTube make me so happy and I'm so excited to read them. And two, I got a bunch of relaxes from you guys on Twitter. So thank you for following us on Twitter and for saying those things.
I really like this new idea of reading those. It's really fun for me. It always gives me, it initiates things to say and talk about.
Yes. And
it's interactive.
I'm going to sing for you guys because I just remembered that I have a song I'm going to sing. I'm so excited.
It's quiet in this hotel room though, and you can hear things through the walls,
I'll
and
be
you
quiet.
don't have an instrument.
I don't need an instrument. My voice is my instrument.
Are you going to just yawn through the song?
Probably. I haven't slept in a very long time because when we were touring, I didn't sleep because that's a whole other freaking issue because while I was touring, I had to commute. So I performed. I just got back from a little weekend tour. I would perform in Joliet and Waukegan, Illinois. And so
those aren't real places.
They are real places. They're wonderful places.
Waukegan?
They're real places. They're
That's
wonderful.
not a real city. You're making up cities.
I was
for your tour?
literally there 24 hours ago performing on a stage. Anyway,
Joliet?
Yeah, they're great. Anyway, here's the deal.
Are you having an allergy attack?
No, I'm just trying to speak and you just keep interrupting me. That's what's happening. So I think I was like allergic to.
I feel like I had to keep
how
speaking.
Often you're interrupting.
Otherwise,
me.
you'd fall asleep.
I was talking. How would I fall asleep in the middle of talking? Anyway, so I was in Joliet and Waukegan, and I had to do this commute because I was told I could only stay at this one hotel in freaking Chicago, and it was the only nice hotel in the universe. And so the guy who books my hotels was like, "Oh, I gotta book you in Chicago because you can't." He said there's no hotels in Joliet, there's no hotels in Waukegan, so you have to stay in Joliet, and you have to commute an hour and a half in the morning before you get to the show for tech and all that stuff, and then you have to commute after your long show. You have to drive an hour and a half back to Chicago and stay at this very nice, wonderful hotel. And it ended up being a total nightmare. If you watch my vlogs, you'll know all about this. So I didn't get much sleep because first of all, I was staying in like a crusty, not great hotel with lots of bugs and broken furniture and hair. And it was really blood everywhere. It was a lot. So I didn't sleep that night. And then the second night, I was stressed and overwhelmed and like anxious about the show the next day. I was like overthinking it and I was really missing kids. I wasn't doing well. So I stayed up and I had really bad dermatillomania that night. So I didn't sleep at all the next night. And then the last night, I only slept 2 hours because I had to get up to go to the airport. So this morning, I woke up really, really early to go to the airport. 2 a.m. the time here in Los Angeles is the time that I woke up to go to the airport. And I flew across the country. And then I drove from the LAX to our house. And then I drove from our house all the way to Santa Barbara. And then I spent the day with our amazing, incredible kids. And now it is past midnight and I am very sleepy. So yes, I'm going to be yawning in this episode. Okay?
You complain a lot.
Look who's talking.
At least I'm wearing pants for this episode.
I'm not wearing any pants. Anyway, I'm very excited right now because
cover up. You're not wearing pants.
Oh gosh, get over it. Okay, I'm very excited right now because
Modest
my
is
relax is so good.
Okay.
I'm so excited. I don't know if I should say that who needs to relax this week is Erik Stocklin, or if I should say that it is Colleen Ballinger, because I can either say Erik Stockland needs to relax, or I can say Colleen Ballinger needs to relax because I need to relax because I am about to gloat so much. I'm about to be so obnoxious because no one ever agrees with me on this podcast. Whenever you and I have a disagreement about something, typically people agree with you. People are like, Erik's right, Colleen, you're disgusting.
True.
Erik's right, Colleen, you're totally wrong on this one. Colleen,
you
you're
are
an idiot
disgusting.
On this one. I totally agree with that.
I don't know that they always agree. I think they mostly agree with you, I would say, actually.
No way, they always agree with you. Okay, but I was reading the comments on our podcast last week in Vegas where we had this big discussion about how you were telling the story about how I plucked a few eyebrow hairs on the airplane, and you thought it was the most grotesque. Like, you were like, you might as well be clipping your toenails. It's the grossest thing you'd ever seen in your life.
Yep.
So I reading the comments, okay? Top comment.
What do you mean top comment? What does that mean, like the number
707 likes.
Okay.
I think this is the first time in podcast history everyone is going to take up for Colleen over Erik. Microscopic eye pubes ain't going to hurt anyone. I've plucked mine in the car, public bathrooms, not pubic, public bathrooms, etc. Relax. That was from Sierra. Debbie said, oh my goodness, laughing as I drive, listening to this conversation. That was not that one. Don't put that one in, Chris. Do this one. Always Jello said, I'm always on Erik's side. Bathroom rugs, who needs them? And everything else. I'm so not on his side about eyebrow hair. If it were nails being cut, yes. But plucking hairs, you got to get them when you see them. And I would never think to be grossed out by it. Has 477 likes. Corey said, my relax this week is Erik. Out of all the things Colleen does, plucking a few microscopic eyebrow hairs on the plane makes Erik the most disgusted. Relax, Erik.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Me. That people are not on my side.
No one is. My relax this week, this is Jillian. My relax this week, Erik and the eyebrow situation. People do eyebrows anywhere and everywhere.
So are you all saying that eyebrow hair is the one body hair that is acceptable to dispose of publicly on any surface in any way? Because they just gotta go?
No, because you
get freaked out when you see hairs anywhere.
But not
even when they're still on a human's body.
Exactly, when I see them. But the eyebrow hairs I'm plucking, you cannot see. They're so microscopic.
But if there was like a little hair on this like hotel blanket, you'd be like, "This is disgusting."
Yeah, if there was like a hair from a head or a pubic hair. But if
it is a hair from the head. It is a hair from the head.
No, look, you don't know what I'm talking about because you're thinking of like your man eyebrow hairs. I don't think you understand what I'm plucking when I pluck my eyebrows. It's not big, thick, long eyebrows. You literally cannot see them. They're like microscopic.
I think it's gross. I'm
not
swayed.
Fact for Erik. He shed more hair and skin just sitting in that seat than Colleen plucked from her eyebrows. Okay. Fact number 2.
Science
for
guy.
Erik. As a guy, I see girls pluck their eyebrow hairs everywhere and no one minds at all. Rebecca said, Erik, the microscopic brow hairs will likely stick to Colleen's pants and walk right off the plane with her. Totally normal. Next one, broken. These are all I'm reading you every comment.
I've never seen a reaction like this.
I would pluck eyebrows in a public place. Not like a giant amount, but a few if I am at Starbucks sitting down.
At Starbucks?
Yes.
Who said that? Who said that?
Broken and complete.
Yeah, you are broken if you're doing that at
I would absolutely
Starbucks.
do this. Sorry, Erik.
Gross.
Okay. Amy said, oh my gosh, girl, do not defend your plucking. Any girl knows that when you find the perfect plucking light, you go for it no matter where you're at. And yeah, every makeup moment requires some good tweezers. Love listening to Colleen and Erik laughing so hard. Tracy, I don't think Erik knows that hair is naturally falling out of people's skin and are all around him.
No, I'm aware of that.
The eyebrow hair thing is not the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Do you know how many people I've seen on New York City's subway system clipping their toenails on the trains and just leaving them there? I'll accept eyebrows. Oh my gosh.
Well, remember I said I had a photo of it that I took? And I was gonna put into the podcast so they could see the photo of you plucking your eyebrows. You wouldn't allow that photo
because I looked ugly in it.
You vetoed. You never look ugly in any picture.
I looked really ugly in that picture.
That's not true. It's just you were so embarrassed. You were plucking your eyebrows.
No, I wasn't. You can post any pictures of me plucking my eyebrows if I don't look like a disgusting, nasty ogre.
wrong.
Carla, I agree
This
with
is
Colleen.
a long comment.
I agree with Colleen on the eyebrow hair issue. Maybe it's just me, but I don't find loose eyebrow hairs gross at all, considering there's all types of particles in the air that are much dirtier than eyebrow hair, especially on an airplane. I've seen people plucking their eyebrows in airports, subways, buses, public bathrooms, classrooms, etc. I've never found it weird. The most surprising thing for me was Colleen being able to pluck those tiny invisible hairs on an airplane, nevertheless, with turbulence, considering I can't even get a hold of mine when I'm sitting with a giant mirror 1 centimeter away from my face. Jade, I feel like plucking eyebrow hairs isn't...
You're like also, I'm so impressive for doing this.
I'm surprised to hear Erik say how gross it was to him.
Is it every comment?
Maybe it's I'm not. I haven't.
You haven't
skipped
scrolled
any.
at all. That's
I
what I'm
haven't skipped
saying.
any. They're every single one.
I am shocked.
Someone said, I think you should say 3 nice things about each other before you tell us we should relax next time. So we're supposed to say 3 nice things about each other. We should definitely do that. Anyway.
Sorry, do you not have anything to say?
No, I have lots of things to say. And literally everybody, every single comment is about the eyebrow hair and that you are wrong. Colleen is right.
They're all saying...
My relax today is Erik. People do their makeup everywhere. It's like,
It's not about doing
non-existent
makeup.
hairs aren't going to kill you. Can we move on now? Eye roll emoji.
I'm not saying it was a big deal or I was like really... Like, it was like this huge thing and I was really grossed out. I just thought it was... bizarre. Like, I just
30 minutes in, and this feels like it should be a couples therapy episode with their argument
They
on the
all
eyebrow
are.
thing.
Have you not been
like,
listening?
It
They
went
all
from
are.
Erik being grossed out about the eyebrow plucking in public to Erik being insecure about his own eyebrows real quick.
well, yeah. As a guy, that makes sense.
Oh
to me.
my gosh. Anyway, yeah, they're literally all about how you're wrong. So I'm just saying, for the first time ever, people are agreeing with me on something here on this podcast. And so I appreciate you guys finally backing me up for once on something. Because I am the first to admit that I'm the most disgusting person on the planet. I'm disgusting. I'm disgusting in every way you can possibly imagine. I'm a gross person. I am. But plucking a few microscopic hairs while you're doing your makeup and you can just see a couple hairs, you're like, oh, there's a little stray hair there. I should probably snag that while I'm doing my makeup. Quick and easy.
I don't think you were doing makeup. I think you were only plucking it.
I was literally doing my makeup.
Okay, is there a place where you shouldn't pluck your eyebrows? Is there a place where you can't, where it's not acceptable?
No, wherever you're doing your makeup, if you're doing your makeup, that's when you do it. Like, it's not like I'm just like, I think I'm going to pluck my eyebrows right now. It's like you're doing your makeup and in the mirror, you see hairs that you're like, oh, I should get rid of that. Like,
but you're not like, I should do this in the privacy of like my own home and bathroom.
I'm not farting. I'm plucking my eyebrows.
You're certainly farting on that airplane as well. So,
anyway, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who was so supportive and sweet to me. And
how does it
Erik
feel, love?
Needs to relax, and I need to relax because I'm just so excited about this.
How does it feel?
It feels fabulous.
How does it feel to be right?
It feels
I
really
think
nice.
I said in that episode, like, I think I actually apologized and was like, I'm sorry, you know what, if you find the right light and you got to do it, you got to do it. And
I don't think that happened. I think you said I was disgusting and it was the grossest thing ever.
Well, I think I could have said both.
Well, anyway, you know who's not disgusting and the grossest thing ever?
Stitch Fix.
Stitch Fix. Oh, by the way, Lovey, I have a really exciting question that I've been wanting to ask you, like, kind of all week. So we can talk about this after we talk about Stitch Fix and how awesome they are. But I was thinking about how I was thinking about flirting.
Okay.
And so I want to talk to you about flirting a little bit. So we're going to talk about flirting.
You don't do that, though.
Okay, we'll talk about this in a second.
We love Stitch Fix in this house, don't we, Lovey?
It's a cool name. Whoever thought of that. Good job, I guess.
Cool name and good company. If you
Stitch
guys are,
Fix.
I know, it's good, huh?
Because the stitches in clothes.
There are stitches in clothes.
And then they
that's
can fix that for you by being your personal stylist, essentially.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Shopping for new clothes can be time-consuming and stressful. Did you know that, Lovey?
If you've ever been like attempted shopping with my wife, it is very stressful.
Me?
Yeah, you don't like to do. You like get out. You're like get out. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I don't like shopping. I was thinking this yesterday. We went shopping, and we were just in literally one store. We went to one store, and I last like 30 seconds in a store. I do a quick sweep around the store, and I go like, meh, nothing here. And I'm
You
like,
literally
and then I
sat
sit
down on the
So
floor.
I wasn't on the floor. I was in a chair.
Well, it wasn't. It
first
was a
of
chair
all.
for sale. It certainly wasn't like a chair for
But
patrons.
how you can call that the floor is wild. It was a
It might as well have been.
chair.
I feel like I've seen you sit on the floor before.
No, okay. But when I was pregnant, yeah, I did do that once. But
but I was thinking this yesterday, the stereotypical situation in which a husband and wife shop is reversed for me and Erik. So
Sexist.
yeah, perhaps. So when you see typical couples shop, I feel like the woman's like shopping all day, shop till drop. And the man is like sitting in a chair waiting outside the dressing room. And that is always me. I always am like immediately like, nah, I'm over
Just
it. And I
like
sit
eating
down.
peanuts from a shell.
I'm just always immediately
I
sitting down like, nah.
I don't know.
And
It makes
Erik loves
me
to shop.
it's a good antidepressant for me.
Shopping?
Yeah, sometimes, but now not so much. Now I'd rather just have Stitch Fix do it for me.
Well, that's why I love Stitch Fix, because I don't like shopping. I'm always just sitting in a chair waiting until we leave. So that's why we love Stitch Fix. And, because shopping is time consuming and stressful, we let Stitch Fix do all the work so that we can spend more time doing the things we love. And that could be you guys. It's easy and fun to get started. First, take a few minutes to set up your Stitch Fix profile, answer a few questions about what you like to wear, what you don't, and how open you are to trying new styles. Then Stitch Fix's expert stylists will go to work finding items exclusively for you. Every piece is handpicked for you and is unique to your size, style, and your budget, making it the best way to discover clothes that make you look and feel your best. Stitch Fix will send you 5 pieces to try on at home. Keep what you love and send back what you don't. Shipping, returns, and exchanges are easy and free. Plus, there's no subscription required. Try it once or set up automatic deliveries. There are no hidden fees ever. Sign up for Stitch Fix and get the season's latest pieces for women, men, and kids. Sign up today at stitchfix.com/relax to get $20 off your first purchase. That's stitchfix.com/relax to get $20 off your first purchase. Limited time offer. Purchase within 2 days of sign up. Question.
What's that?
Do you think I'm a good flirt?
No.
I knew you
No,
were
I think you're like a terrible,
the worst flirt literally on planet Earth.
terrible flirt. As we talked about last week, you were sending me pictures of your poop in a potty,
Yeah.
and you thought that was good.
Yeah.
Did you think it was flirting?
I didn't think it was flirting. I mean, I just thought like you'd think it was funny. But I don't think either one of us are
Am
good
I
flirts.
bad? Well, I'm bad too?
Well, it's not that you're bad. You're just not a flirt. Like, you do not flirt.
What do you mean I don't flirt? I flirt.
How do you flirt?
It's like winky emojis and texts and like devil emojis. What does that mean? What does that mean? Like the purple devil emoji?
Who are you sending that to?
To you.
No. You don't send that to me. Who are you sending that to, Lovey?
What winky?
Who are you flirting with?
You in text messages.
Okay. No, I don't think you're a good flirt. I don't think I am either.
What the heck?
Yeah, what? We don't flirt. That's fine. Do we flirt?
I think we're like an affectionate couple. I feel.
What's flirting? Like, what classifies as flirting?
I don't know. We hold hands.
That's not flirting. That's holding hands. What is flirting? I actually don't really know. I don't think. Anyway, should we move on?
I know you have like a thing where I'll be like touching you, and you'll like take my hand off you. You're like, because it's like you can't like too much in like the same spot. It's like an OCD thing.
It's not an OCD thing.
What is it?
It's nothing to do with OCD. I have sensory issues, I guess, is what I've been told. But like, I feel like this has got to be everybody. Okay, so this is going to be one of those things where I need the audience. This is an audience participation moment of a podcast. So I love if you're like gently touching or, stroking my arm or my back or whatever. I think that's so sweet. But you don't really do that. What you'll do is you'll take like, if you hold my hand, for example, you like rub your thumb on like one spot of my finger for like 20 minutes. And I'm like, it's going to burn a hole in my skin.
It's not at all.
And then I'm like,
it's just not the moments of this that I recognize that you have a problem with. I'm not like rubbing your thumb.
Yeah, you'll rub like one specific spot and you won't move anywhere else. And then I'm like, I like you touching me. And I never pull your hand away. I'm just like, I'll move it to another spot and be like, rub more locations, not just that one part of my arm. So okay. I like it. I just want it all over. I don't.
You
just want
it very specific sensory things.
Yes, I do. I have a lot of weird sensory things. I do. I'm sorry. Yeah. What?
Like when I touch your head, you'll like move my hand because you like a very specific part of
because
your head.
Because you did it on my head too. So like I love a head scratch.
Oh my God.
So like if you go like this, like that feels like really good, right? Like I'm just like rubbing your whole head. But if you just go like
That's not what I do.
That's what you do. You literally scratch like one little tiny centimeter.
It's better than nothing. You never touch my head.
You like this. You like this. Just like in one little spot, like that. And I'm like, I love you touching my head. Touch my whole head. Don't touch that one little centimeter, square inch. Get in there.
It's better than
rub my head.
It's better than nothing. I have one of those like sharper image like back massagers because like touch.
You don't.
It's my love language.
do.
And I literally bought one 2 weeks ago.
Well, I bought one too.
Yeah, that you don't use that I use. Okay. So I have these two of these things so that like something's rubbing my shoulders.
You're so stupid. That's not why you have it. You have it because you tweaked your shoulder out of place.
Right.
And you're turning your head like Batman.
And I needed to like to be touched by a robot.
You're so stupid.
So that something was touching me.
You could have just said rub my shoulder and I would have done it.
And you would have been like this for like 2 seconds.
No.
And then been distracted by like something else.
That's true. But I would have still done it. Anyway.
I thought of my relax.
Okay, what is it?
We ate in a restaurant.
We did.
On an outdoor patio. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I felt the need to clarify that. And I went to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what it's like.
Oh, yeah. You said you went to the bathroom at dinner and I go, how is the bathroom? And he said, if we need to talk about it later on the podcast, I can't talk about it now.
Well, that sounds lame to be like, I'm holding off on conversations to save for the podcast. But there is a certain amount of quota for this podcast that has to do with poop that like we need to. It's our thing. It's what we talk about. No, I did not. But I just wanted to talk about like men's bathroom versus women's bathroom because I don't spend a lot of time in women's bathrooms. But for a men's bathroom in a restaurant, what do you think the ratio of urinal to stall should be?
What do I think it should be, or what do I think it is?
Yeah, well, I mean, just imagine in your mind's eye, you're walking into a men's room in a restaurant. What is the ratio of urinal to stall?
I'd say like 2 urinals.
2 urinal, 1 stall.
1 stall? That's how it is usually?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. You're in a restaurant. A bar restaurant, yeah.
I thought it would at least be half and half, but if not half and half, way more stalls than urinals.
What is going on with you in restaurant bathrooms? Well,
what if people want privacy and they don't want to pee in front of everyone?
Well, you're not like peeing in front of everyone when you're peeing at a urinal.
Yes, you are. Your wiener's out.
It's so pointed at me. Is that okay?
It's pointed at both of us. He's talking about the microphone, by the way, not a penis. For the people listening.
Urinals have usually have like walls, like little faux walls between them.
Maybe I've not seen many urinals.
Just like in movies and TV. Well, in my mind, a men's bathroom in a restaurant.
Wait, you can't move on from this yet. Hold on.
Well, they can have 2 stalls. 2 stalls is fine. Like
No. You need to rewind because now I'm confused about urinals. Okay, so you're telling me there's a wall at a urinal?
Sometimes, yeah. There's like a partition, I would say.
So if you turn your head a little bit to the left, you can't see the person's penis next to you?
Why? Yeah, I mean,
can you?
I'm not really trying to do that.
I'm not asking if you're trying to. I'm not asking if you do this.
I'm sure there are ways to see all kinds of things if you're willing to look around.
If you're standing at a urinal next to another person at a urinal, and you turn your head and look, not that you do. I'm not saying you do. I'm saying if you did, you'd see a penis, right?
Not if there was like a partition, I would assume.
So there are...
What do you think walls are? Do you know what walls are?
Wait, so there are... I've never seen urinals that there's partitions in between. I thought urinals were just like things on the wall you pee in.
Yeah, and they're like along... If they're like along a wall, there's sometimes they're little this kind of things plugged into the wall.
Oh, that's nice.
It's just like a concept that your brain will not accept.
No, I just didn't know that. I've never seen that. I've only seen like urinals where just like you'd look at each other's wieners. I always thought it was so weird that y'all are just like, yeah, we really don't look at each other's wieners. Like imagine if it like for girls' bathrooms when you pee, you like just look at each other's vaginas. I think that's kind of like bizarre. I just would always want, if I were a man, which I'm not, but if I were a man, I've always thought about this. I've always been like, I would never pee at a urinal. I would only go and sit down and pee in the toilet.
If you were a man and you could pee standing up, you would choose to always go into a stall and sit down and pee?
Of course.
In a public toilet?
Yes, always.
Wow.
Well, maybe not sit down, but I would be in the stall. I wouldn't want to do it in public.
And sure, and sometimes like that's fine, and like, but it's also like it's impractical because like it's easier to pee into a urinal than it is a toilet, and like in a urinal, like you can't miss, but in a toilet, like. If you're just going in there to pee, like you miss every time. Like there's no way to not miss. Like
in the toilet.
It's not it's an unfamiliar toilet. Like the
you
ratios
can't even do it
are different.
The familiar toilet.
Exactly. But you've completely taken over my thing here.
Okay, sorry.
The way that you cannot just grasp the and like
no, I could grasp it. I just it just kind of blew my mind a little bit because
you just think everyone's just looking at each other's.
Well, yeah, I think it's so weird that you're just like dinkies are out next to strangers and you're just like, yeah, this is normal. Here's my wiener.
I don't think anyone thinks it normal, but like you just do your business, you stare straight ahead.
That's great.
Your own business.
I'm glad it's whatever.
Yeah.
Move on. So wait. So you're saying there's only
the only
stall.
urinal that's really bad are like the ones that are like trough styles, which I've seen in like bars in the past, or like specifically like Dodger Stadium is like notoriously like the worst men's room like on the planet. It's literally just this open like stainless steel trough that's like 16 feet long.
To me?
I'm not, and it's just like there's just like you can't block your peripheral. It's just
open peeing
just
into a
open
trough,
pee like apocalypse. Like
what?
Yeah, it's just like this aluminum basin that's like 16 feet long, and it's a baseball stadium, so it's like a very busy active bathroom. Like there's people just waiting for any like square footage at all to step up and pee into this trough.
Gross.
Yeah, it's super.
Have you peed into that, or did you go into a stall?
Yeah, I've peed into that, but like also like it's like harder you get shy. You know what I mean? Like you get like pee shy. Like
yeah, that's why I'd always
want
to go
weird
into a thing.
And there's like not even stalls there. It's just like. That's a weird place. That's the worst bathroom in the world.
So dinner tonight, you wanted to poop in a urinal.
No, I didn't want to poop. I was talking about the ratio of urinal to stall for a men's room.
Okay,
and then you sidetracked me.
Sorry.
Let's thank our next sponsor, and then I will tell you.
Okay, fine.
Are you not even wearing clothes?
I'm not wearing pants right now. Fully not wearing pants.
Is this the first podcast you've done pantsless?
Probably not, but I don't know. Maybe.
You couldn't even put on pants for this. You're like, let's do it. We'll just do it from the hotel bed.
No,
I want to lay in bed.
Okay.
I won't even sit up on the bed, and I'm not putting on pants.
Time out. It's
bootleg.
Not actually. This just shows how much I love this podcast and how comfortable I am on this podcast. Because no, it isn't that I was too lazy to put pants on. I was actually the opposite of lazy. I took my pants off for the podcast. I was wearing pants. And I was like, you know what? I love this podcast so much. I appreciate these people so much. I'm so comfortable with them. I don't need pants. I'm going to take them off for this podcast. So it's not laziness. It's actually comfortability.
You keep saying it over and over. I don't think it'll make it a word.
Okay. Anyway, let's say thanks to our next sponsor, which is Warby Parker.
I'm wearing them right now, guys.
I'm excited to talk about this one because I'm just gonna come straight out and say it, Lovey. Warby Parker has made you even hotter than you already were.
No. I'm wearing them. I'm wearing them right now for this episode.
You're a 10 elite now. You were a 10. Now you're a 10 elite.
You're such a
you look
liar.
so good. These freaking glasses. I'm like, hello, put your hands on me, boy.
Okay.
Warby Parker is fabulous. I'm really enjoying Warby Parker on your face. So if you guys want to try it out, let me tell you all about it. Warby Parker offers everything you need for happier eyes or sexier eyes if you're Erik.
Jeez.
Eyeglasses, sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams. And you can shop with them online or in stores. Glasses start at $95, including prescription lenses. Try Warby Parker's free home try-on program. Order 5 pairs of glasses to try at home for free. There's no obligation to buy. Ships free and includes a prepaid return shipping label. Try 5 pairs of glasses at home for free at warbyparker.com/relax. So we did the try-on kit at home thingy here in our home. And I got to look at Erik trying all these cute glasses and look so cute and have a little fashion show on his eyeballs.
Yeah, I picked a pair of sunglasses that I love, but then also like regular human glasses, but non-prescription. But like I got these lenses. They put these lenses in it that are transition lenses. So when you go out in the sun, they turn into sunglasses. So if I can wear them as sunglasses, and then if I go inside, I can be incognito, a la Clark Kent, and nobody knows who I am.
Except for me, and I'm like, hello.
Okay.
They look so good on you. I love them. They're so good.
But it's pretty fun that they can be both. That was just like a little bit extra, but like I didn't even know they did that. They did that for me.
Amazing.
Good job, Warby.
They are just absolutely fabulous. No joke. We love so much. So if you guys want to try them out, you definitely should. warbyparker.com/relax. Please go check it out. warbyparker.com/relax. And that gets you 5 pairs of glasses at home for trying on for free. Check it out. And you could be as hot as Erik. Well, probably not as
You're
hot.
making me so uncomfortable.
Oh,
with this
man.
ad.
I love it.
Like so uncomfortable.
Guys, this looks so good. Okay. So now that we've talked about glasses, I need to talk about this. You need to finish your story about the stall. Sorry.
Do you like these?
I love them. So let's talk about the stall situation.
Can I talk about this painting for a second?
No, you were in the middle of a story.
There's a painting behind us on the
Stay
wall.
focused.
But I wish we could.
Sometimes I don't know that I am the only ADHD one in this family, love.
I wish it was available for sale. If you're watching this and you know the artist.
Okay.
I really do like this painting. It's a painting of a boat with a rabbit and a stork.
Love, I'm not wearing your
Wait,
pants and you're pulling the sheets off of my body.
A sea turtle and a butterfly like on a boat ride together with the planet Earth and an orange. It's really good. Okay, so I go into the bathroom. And it's one of those situations, and I don't know if this happens in women's bathrooms, but like you open the door thinking you're opening the door to a bathroom, but you're opening the door physically into a person who's behind another person, like in line waiting to go to the bathroom, in like a small bathroom. Okay. Does this happen to you in women's bathrooms where you walk into the bathroom and there's like people like waiting in there to use the bathroom? Mm-hmm. So you open the door like, oh, sorry. And then you're like kind of stuck waiting behind the door and you know the next person's going to come in and open the door into you, which inevitably did happen because in this men's bathroom, 2 stalls, 1 urinal.
Okay.
This is dinner time. This is 8:30 p.m. And in both stalls, there are men pooping.
How do you know they're pooping?
You see the bottom of their shoes.
What does that have to do with anything?
Or they're just sitting on a toilet for in silence for 10 minutes at a time. I'm like fairly certain they never revealed themselves. They never came out. So I walk in and there's already one guy waiting, and he's like, he kind of like, and then there's the 1 urinal and this guy was peeing for like a long pee. And then he comes out and the next guy goes and I'm still waiting there. He's got to wash his hands, but like you're waiting like in line. And so like you're in front of the paper towel dispenser. Then another guy was like, so it's me and 4 guys like shoulder to shoulder in this little bathroom, all waiting for the one to take turns at the 1 urinal because there's guys out to dinner with their significant other or families or father for Father's Day. Mm-hmm. And this is where they're pooping.
What, in a bathroom?
I've never pooped during a meal out at a restaurant.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
Yes, you are. There's
you
no
say
way.
that you say that as if you are a person who only poops when out to dinner at a restaurant.
I always poop when I'm out.
I never have, and I don't understand it. Like I don't.
Wait, what are you saying? Okay, so fine.
Who's
whatever.
like, I'm gonna go out to like a nice restaurant.
If you say to me,
and in the middle of the meal, be like, sorry, I'll be right back, or like, you know what I mean, in between courses, goes, takes a crap, and then comes back to the dinner table, and it was in there for 20 minutes.
Time out.
What are you doing?
If you tell me, and you're being dead serious, that in your many, many years on this earth, you have never pooped anywhere but in your home toilet.
I am totally a home turf person. Like it's just like the way it works.
No,
No, I
time out.
didn't say anywhere. I said during like a dinner meal out at a fancy restaurant.
Okay.
It's not going to happen.
You said a public restroom, I think, but
No, it's not what I said. I said out to dinner at a nice restaurant.
okay. So you've never pooped out to dinner at a nice restaurant before.
In the middle of a meal? No.
So I don't think this is anything to do with anything other than luck. Because
Luck?
yeah, because when you have to poop, you have to poop. But you can't hold in poop.
You can't? What is this conversation? I don't think you can't. I don't think... Do you not have, like, the bowel control?
Wait, are you serious? What if you have to poop and you're at a restaurant? What do you do?
I just don't think it's, like... I just don't think, like, the natural internal reflexes are going to allow that to happen. It's not like...
What?
It's not that you're like, oh, I gotta poop, but I'm gonna hold it in because I'm out to dinner. It's just, like, it's not gonna... The motivation for that release is not in that moment. I'm sure, like, when you get home, like, if you have to or whatever, but like not like
What?
I'm not like going to a fancy restaurant.
Oh, wait, now you're blowing my mind.
So it's just everybody.
Wait, you're
Is
blowing my mind. Wait. Do you have like mind control over your bowel movements?
What do you mean?
Like, I have no control over.
I am acutely aware that you have no control
No, but, like,
as to like what you were doing before we started recording
when
this.
I don't decide when I'm going to go poop. I don't go like, I think I'll poop at 3 p.m. today. Like, it's like when I have to poop, you have to go poop.
I'm not saying it's like in a calendar. I'm just
There have
saying.
been plenty of times where you've to me been like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom right now because you have to poop. So like,
Yeah, there's never been when I'm out at like a.
so that's what I'm
fancy
saying. I think
dinner.
it's just luck that you've never had to poop when you're out at dinner.
No, I think that like there's something called like bodily control.
But that's what I'm saying. You're saying that you have control over when your body decides it's time to poop. That blows my
I guess
mind.
that's what I'm saying. For you, I'm sure that is
So you
very
can
mind-blowing.
literally go like, oh, I have to poop, but I'm not going to do it.
I
can do that?
just know that like my body and the way that it internally functions is not like it's not willing to do like it doesn't want to do that
Your intestines don't have a brain though.
at like in a public place at
So
like
your intestines and your bowel movements and the things that make poop go form and come out of your anus they have in your body, those things all have like awareness of we're in a restaurant, so we're not going to work right now.
Certainly it's tied into like cognitive function, but I'm just like there's like a comfort level that comes in a time and a place, and I just don't think that if I'm a restaurateur and I'm like you know establishing this really nice restaurant, and then when it comes to like the bathroom, be like 1 urinal, 2 stalls, because everybody's going to be pooping their brains out here, right? Which apparently you are and were.
Well, what's the point of a toilet then? If you're not supposed to poop in restaurants, why do they have toilets in restaurants?
I'm not saying that they shouldn't have a toilet for like emergencies, but like in the men's room of like, because it's like a big one, and I think there was like a bar attached. So, and this was like the one bathroom. So it was like, you're only giving us 1 urinal and 2 stalls. And then it just so happened that like, people are like, oh, we're using them like for a long time.
For what they're supposed to be used for? I don't know.
I just didn't think this would turn into an argument. Like I just thought I'd be like, isn't this crazy that I was with a group of
pooping in the bathroom?
Like, I'm at this restaurant bar, and I'm with like it's like shoulder to shoulder in this tiny bathroom with like 6 other dudes that like, well, we just gotta pee, man, and get out of here. But you only have the one like thing for that.
That is
whereas
crazy.
there are these 2 guys that are just like, what are they reading the newspaper in there? Like scrolling Twitter? Like it just was wild. And then and then you walk. Finally, one of the guys finally comes out of the stalls, and we're all like in line there. Like, how do you show face after that? You know what I mean? Now there's this line of people in there.
That actually is shocking.
And you were just
because if I poop in a public bathroom, which I do because I have no control over when it's time to poop.
Why did I bring this up every episode?
If I poop in a public bathroom,
everyone runs.
No, I wait until there's no one outside of the stall.
Well, what now?
I can't show face.
Now imagine that there's just you know that there's a line of people outside waiting for you.
Just for me? What do you mean? What?
You just yawned so big as you like with your hand wrapped behind your head, rubbed your face, and your jaw like clicked and locked in the middle of it. Like you're a mess. When was the last time you slept?
I don't know. It was days ago, guys.
You literally just go,
I woke up, I'm not kidding, 24 hours ago.
oh, are you so tired from performing? Is your life so hard? Jeez, I gotta go.
I woke up 24 hours ago, got on a plane, flew to LA, then was at LAX for a bajillion years, and then drove from LAX to our house, fed the cat, and fed the stupid silkworms. And then...
Did you? Is that why you were late? You're just feeding the silkworms?
I wasn't late. I fed the silkworms, and then I drove with Corey and 2 hours because there's traffic to Santa Barbara. And now it's very late at night. It's almost midnight. And
where's this going?
you are making fun of me for yawning.
Your eyes are closed.
That's not my fault. So wait, my question to you is, Lovey, if you ever do poop in public restrooms, because I know you're lying in that you have.
I'm not saying I haven't. I'm just saying that, like, I'm not going to do that. I just don't think it just doesn't happen when I'm, like, out to dinner. I'm not like, I'm out to dinner and, like, oh, those appetizers were really good. I'm going to go take a shit and I'll be right back for the main course. Like, that doesn't happen.
It actually makes perfect sense. And as someone who has like an
Irritable
insanely
bowel syndrome?
obnoxious metabolism and irritable bowel syndrome, the second I start eating something, my stomach goes, oh, we got to make room. And it starts moving and like getting stuff out.
This is gross.
Yeah, it is gross.
I just wanted
You
to
brought
talk
it up.
about... No, I didn't. I brought up the ratio of stalls to urinals. That's
Yeah,
what I brought up.
and you brought up
And
how...
then you won't stop talking about how often you poop in restaurants.
No.
How you only
You
poop in restaurants.
were like-
and how, like, every time you take a bite of food, your
are so
body's like,
insane.
I have to poop. Like,
You were like, I cannot
is
believe people were using the
I
toilet for
cannot
what it's
believe-
for. I can't believe people are
this
pooping
is
in a bathroom.
insufferable. I can't believe anyone has to listen to this.
No one's listening to this. Not a chance. But I do want to say thanks to our next sponsor, even though
No one is
listening to
sponsoring this.
They are.
They shouldn't.
actually.
They absolutely
It's-
shouldn't.
Indeed. When you want to improve your work life, you surround yourself with the best people you can find. So how do you find them? You need Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform where you can attract, interview, and hire all in one place. Instead of spending hours on multiple job sites searching for candidates with the right skills, Indeed's a powerful hiring partner that can help you do it all. Find great talent faster through time-saving tools like Indeed Instant Match, assessments, and virtual interviews. With Instant Match, over 80% of employers get quality candidates whose resume on Indeed matches their job description the moment they sponsor a job, according to Indeed Data US. Yeah, Indeed is pretty nifty. You can have virtual interviews with people that resonate with you. It can save you time. You can message, schedule, and interview top talent seamlessly all in one place. It makes it very easy to hire people for your job place. If you are looking to hire, you should definitely check out Indeed. Even better, Indeed's the only job site where you only pay for applications that meet your must-have requirements. Indeed is an unbelievably powerful hiring partner, delivering 4 times more hires than all other job sites combined, according to Talent Nest in 2019. Join more than 3 million businesses worldwide that use Indeed to hire great talent fast. Sign up for Indeed now and get $75 credit toward your first sponsored post, plus earn up to $500 extra in sponsored job credits with Indeed's virtual interviews. Visit Indeed.com/relax to learn more. Claim your credits at Indeed.com/relax. Indeed.com/relax. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. I just remembered another relax I wanted to talk about, but I guess I can talk about it another time. Oh, do you want me to sing my song?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so this is actually, you're going to love this. This is a big surprise for you, too.
Okay.
So my dad emailed me.
Okay.
I got this when I landed today. And he emailed me something about the podcast. My dad listens to the podcast. And he said, "Hi, Colleen. I was thinking about you saying that nothing is possible. Mm-hmm. Especially while watching The Twins. And I thought it would be funny to sing Nothing is Possible to the tune of Anything's Possible from Seussical for your show. So I wrote some lyrics. So there's a song in Seussical the Musical called Anything's Possible. And it's wonderful. I love that show.
Never seen it.
Anything's possible is how it goes, okay? Like,
Okay.
this little kid sings it in the show. So he rewrote the lyrics to this song.
Oh, I love your dad so much.
Theater kids will know this song. You definitely will have never heard the song, Lovey, but
No.
I'm going to sing it for you right now.
Thank you.
Okay? So should I sing it with, like, a background track? Like, should I get, like, the actual track of the song to play?
If we have the rights to that, sure.
We don't, but I don't think we'll get in trouble for it. Should I just sing it a cappella?
No, sing it. Get the backing track.
Okay, I'm going to get the backing track. Here we go. I dream of performing my one-woman show, meeting you all, but then I think no, 'cause who am I kidding? I've got baby twins, 2 crazy cats, and then there's Flynn. Impossible. Nothing is possible. Just something simple like changing their diapers. There's poop everywhere and I can't find the wipes. The feedings are constant and then I'm needing to pump and don't even think about taking a dump. Not possible. Nothing is possible. Impossible. Nothing is possible. I never take showers, forget about sleep. The twins are awake again. What the beep? Then I start vlogging. I vlog and I weep. Yes, these are good. Woo! Oh my gosh, yes, he knows the whole song. He goes, I know I complain, but I love my life. I love being a mom and I love being a wife. I love going on tour, I'm thankful you see. I love meeting you all. How lucky can one girl be? How is this possible? How is my life possible? Oh, it's a good ending. It's possible.
Oh.
Because you make it possible. It's possible. You make it possible. That's so cute. That was a cold read. I had only read a couple of sentences of those lyrics, and just now I read them for the first time as I sang that. And he did such a good job, and I love that it ended up being so cute at the end.
That's so sweet.
It's so sweet. My dad's so funny. He always does stuff like that. He'll be like, oh, I noticed you were thinking about doing a Miranda show about such and such, so I wrote some jokes for you. Like, he's like so sweet.
Yeah,
he's always like writing stuff.
Great
and sending them
ideas.
away.
That's really good.
Anyway,
You should do that song in your live show.
sounds good. Probably won't, but I thought that was very sweet of him. And I'm a little bit panicked because it's 12:30 a.m. I was just singing that, and Erik was reminding me in the middle of the song that the walls are very thin at this hotel, and probably everyone heard me do that and is very angry at us right now.
Yeah, well, it's like Sunday night.
Yeah.
Almost 1 a.m, and it is like I could hear them having conversations and them having like during the day when it was loud. So I think you hear everything. Well, it's good. It's kind of like this is our first live podcast. Then it's kind of like they all get to hear it.
Yeah. So that was fun, wasn't it?
Super fun.
Anyway, what's up, love?
What do you mean? Something wrong with your eye?
Yeah, always. I'm so tired. You said you had something you wanted to talk about.
Oh, so I think I told you this privately, but like that when I checked in here. But we got a question a couple weeks ago that someone asking if I ever get recognized outside of our relationship or something, you know. Mm-hmm. And I did when I checked into this hotel.
For what?
The person that checked me into this hotel when I first got here with Flynn was like, "Oh, you look familiar." I was like, "I might be." You know, I didn't know what to say to that. And then we went on about the checking in process, and then me and Flynn started walking away, and then they chased us down and was like, "I know what it is, Lucifer," which I had. This is this Netflix show that I had done a couple of episodes of a year or two ago, a while ago, like a couple of years ago, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Oh yeah, that was me," and they're like, "Yeah, that was great, whatever." And then I realized that they saw my butt.
They probably recognized you because of your butt.
They recognized me because of my butt, because in this TV show,
your butt was out.
my butt is exposed.
Like fully. That's kind of cool.
Full on. And it's wet because I'm like stepping out of a hot tub. So my wet butt is exposed. And when I did that, I just thought it was like, a cool job and a good show, and I was really excited about it. But then I didn't think, like, years later, it'd be like checking into a hotel with my son, and someone would essentially be like, "Hey, I've seen your bare naked wet ass."
Yeah.
That was your bare naked wet ass, right?
Anyone can see it. Anyone can see my husband.
Not a lot of people have Netflix subscriptions.
A lot of people can see.
But yeah, I just thought that was like
booty.
interesting. And then like I was here for a few days, and so I keep bumping into this person.
And he keeps talking about your bare wet butt.
And I'm just knowing that this person has seen my butt.
A lot of people have seen your butt.
I mean, like I said, not a lot of people have Netflix, so maybe they haven't. But like, so every time I see this person, like you kind of do like the tight lip smile and nod, you know what I mean? But like in my mind, I'm like, this person has seen my butt, and they told me that.
He's lucky.
And then we saw him today, and he was like, I also saw you on Criminal Minds.
He just like looked up your IMDb after you left. He's like watching every show you've ever been on.
And he said it was his favorite episode of Criminal Minds.
He said that?
Yeah, but then he was like, but your butt wasn't in it.
He didn't say that.
Well,
but that is a disappointment.
No, but it's how do you feel about it? Are you fine? Is your butt anywhere?
It's in this bed.
And just like every public bathroom that you walk by.
No, my butt's not anywhere. I don't have my butt out on anything. Well, actually, that's not true. My butt's kind of all over the place on Miranda things. Like, I think I posted a TikTok last week of Miranda's butt. Like, I'm always showing my butt as Miranda.
Like naked butt?
Yeah, like, I'll, like, clench my butt muscles really tight so that, like, it, like, wrinkles and is, like, flat.
Uh-huh.
And I'll, like, show, like, the bottom of a cheek. You know, like, try to make it look as gross as possible. Have you not seen these? What?
No, it's just...
Have you not seen these?
A smell from your yawn was bad.
I
literally...
It might have been yours.
No.
Because I've been keeping my mouth shut for a while about that.
You have bad breath.
It's brutal. We ate the same thing for dinner, and this whole entire time we've been talking, I've been like, "Oof, it's rough."
Really?
Yes. So I'm glad.
I've been thinking that about you too. But like, I just like burned.
But yours is like mixed with red wine, so it's real brutal. It is. It's brutal.
Judgy.
Not judgy. I like that we're in solidarity with our bad breath. Should we do a smell test on each other?
Sure.
I mean, we don't need to. I'm already smelling it.
Is this part of the podcast now?
Yes.
Sure, go for it.
No, I don't want to do that. I changed my mind. I can smell it. I can smell it.
Well, I want to smell you.
No, you said you already smelled mine, and
I
it
did,
made you
yeah.
want to throw up. We're good. Maybe we just don't.
Yours was like deep. Yours came from the deep. It was like.
I'm sorry.
It was like prescription.
Prescription breath.
Yeah.
Oh,
like, yeah.
That's real bad.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Now I'm really self-conscious about mine.
I know, me too. I feel like we can't breathe on each other. What were we just talking about, though? Oh, your butt.
Yeah.
No, I know what I wanted. I wanted to show you my butt because my butt has been on there.
I can see it right there because you're not wearing pants.
I know. Okay. I always am showing my butt on TikTok. So, like, for example, this one, I'm like, help me pick my outfit of the day. What should I wear for the day? And I'm like, wearing a short. Have you seen this?
No.
So I'm like trying to see if this is an outfit I should wear.
Wow.
And so I like spin around and you see my crack, you know. But that happens a lot. Like I'll be wearing something and I'll like turn around and all the time I show my booty as Miranda. Like all the time. You've never seen those?
I've seen.
I feel like you've seen them where I show my butt as Miranda.
Well, I can never tell what's butt or front with Miranda.
See, look, here's another one where I'm showing my booty. If you guys want to know what we're watching, you can just go to Miranda's TikToks. What?
That's actually you showing your butt.
I told you. Yeah, full on. Anyway, here's another one where I show my butt. There's like a constant. So at first I was like, no, I would never show my butt online. And now I'm realizing like I do it kind of like all the time.
That's just bottom cheek though. That's not like full naked bare ass.
Yeah, I've never done full naked butt. I couldn't do that, I don't think. But who knows? Maybe I could. You know who definitely...
I did. I had to wear a sock.
Yeah?
To give me,
Yeah, a sock on your peni. I would more call it a satchel.
And Benai.
One over both.
Benai and Benai?
Yeah.
I'm only referring to your testicles as Benai from now on.
It was literally like a pouch with like a little tie.
Yeah.
Like double
like a
double
coin,
knot.
a coin purse.
Double knot if you're concerned, I guess.
Well,
You refuse a double knot on shoes. Why are you so against the double knot?
I will not double knot.
All right, so this is our big argument this week. Comment if you double knot your shoes, because I find it effective and useful, and it doesn't. I don't think it doesn't look that different. So of course I double knot. Colleen Ballinger will never, even if you're like on your hands and knees tying her shoes for her, as I have. If you try and double knot it, she doesn't want you to.
No,
she looks at you with disgust.
No,
Are
because
you going to bed?
No, because when you double knot, it's way harder to untie, and I have to untie my shoes to get them on and off. If they're shoes that never need to be untied, yeah, double knot it all the way. But if I have to untie them, I don't want to untie a double knot. That's so annoying.
I'd prefer to not tie or untie ever. Like, I like shoes that or even if they're not meant to be slipped on, you can tie them in a way where you can just slip them on and not even deal with that BS. But that requires a double knot to where it's like you're not having to mess with it all the time and you can just slip them on and off.
Well, I think this is a great...
Your breath of that yawn, it went like this. I could almost see it, and then the air conditioner carried it this way towards me and almost knocked me out.
I didn't yawn.
Something happened.
I think you're smelling your own mouth.
Something from the deep,
brutal.
as Adele would say.
Okay, well, I'm going to go brush my teeth, and we're going to talk about liquid IV. Lovey, can you please explain to me a part of your daily routine that is necessary to your well-being? Because I know parts of your daily routine are like cleaning human poop off of humans and like listening to children scream and never
I can hear
sleeping.
One right now.
Maybe crying.
Well, I need to stay hydrated for all of that.
Of course, yes.
So I like to drink a Liquid-IV. I like
Liquid-IV.
That's how you say it, right? It's Liquid-IV.
Well, it's Liquid IV, but I like Liquid-IV. They should rebrand. When you push your body too hard or you just feel run down from all your lots of children, it's extremely important to stay hydrated. That's why we love Liquid IV. Making hydration a priority helps us feel better on a day-to-day basis. One stick of Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier in 16 ounces of water hydrates you 2 times faster and more efficiently than water alone. Liquid IV Hydration comes in refreshing flavors like watermelon, lemon lime, strawberry, which is my personal favorite as of right now, pina colada.
Whoa. You just burped up some Liquid-IV just now. I like the grape. I'm into the grape
how are we
these
just
days.
passing over the fact that I just burped the word pina colada? That was crazy. Because I did not know I needed to burp. It literally just came out. I've never burped the word pina colada before. You're welcome, Liquid IV, for that incredible endorsement.
No, you have.
Anyway, we love Liquid IV because, first of all, it's just easy to use and it hydrates you fast. And now that I'm not pregnant or nursing anymore or pumping as much anymore, my body isn't reminding me to drink water. I feel like when I was pregnant and when I was pumping all the time, my body was like forcing me to drink water to make, stay hydrated and stay healthy. But now that I'm not doing that, my body's like, nah, you don't need water. So I appreciate Liquid IV because it's forcing me to get all that hydration I'm missing out on.
Certainly easier than an intravenous.
Yes.
IV.
I think I don't like that word.
You sure it's not IV?
I'm sure it's
Does
not
IV
it.
stand for something? Oh, intravenous. Got it.
Yeah. That's why it's IV, because that's not a good word. No one likes that. You know what I mean?
Intravenous?
That sounds like an infection in the lady bits. I don't like it. I don't know that I can say that during an ad read, but here we are. Anyway, so yeah, we love it and we use it throughout the whole day. In the ad copy, it always is like, say when you drink Liquid IV. And I'm like, literally all day long, Erik is dumping those things into his water. It's not like part of a morning routine. It's like the all day routine in this household.
You should see my pee.
It's colorful.
So clear. No, I was going to say clear because I'm hydrated.
Well, mine's colorful. Maybe I need more Liquid IV. One stick of Liquid IV and 16 ounces of water hydrates faster and more efficiently than water alone.
Why is your pee Black.
Okay, I need more liquid IV is why. Contains 5 essential vitamins B3, B5, B6, B12, and vitamin C with 3 times the electrolytes of traditional sports drinks. They're made with premium ingredients, non-GMO, and free from gluten, dairy, and soy. Grab Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code RELAX at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order when you use promo code RELAX at liquidiv.com. Experience better hydration today at liquidiv.com, promo code RELAX. Okay, guys, it's time to do your relaxes. You guys sent us some really good relaxes on
This
Twitter.
is my favorite part of the podcast.
So thank you to everyone who follows us on the Relax Twitter and for giving us all of your relaxes. So here's a couple that jumped out at me.
I'm so excited.
So Red Shoes said, Instagram needs to relax. I see more ads and videos of people and animals that I don't know than the people I follow. It's crazy and it needs to calm down.
Yes.
That drives me crazy. Instagram lately has been driving me so bonkers because like no one I follow is in my newsfeed anymore. There's people I'm like, oh, did I unfollow them for some reason? I haven't seen them on my newsfeed in months. And then I go and look and they've been posting and they aren't going up in my feed at all.
The feed I feel like means nothing. If you,
It means nothing.
like it's like literally.
It'll
it
be
means
like
nothing.
it'll recommend like a picture or a video will start playing on my Instagram feed and I'm like, who is this? What of my friends posted this? And I'll be so confused. And then in small print it'll be like, we're showing
Based
you this.
on people you follow.
Yeah, it's like, we're showing you this because you liked Erik's post and Erik is friends with so-and-so who liked this post. Like, it's like the way that they try to make it seem like...
As opposed to the people you actually
Yeah, I'm like, why not show me the people I follow? Like, oh, it drives me
and I would
crazy.
say every other post almost, it seems, is an ad for something that says shop now. Mm-hmm. And... yeah, it's all through like that marketplace. Like they already have your credit card information somehow and are like willing just to like take your word for it to like take your money and yeah. What's going on there?
It drives me bananas.
What a mess Instagram is right now.
It's a mess. It's a mess. It's so frustrating. I hate it. I just want to see my friends. Like I want to see the people that I followed. I don't want to see all these randos.
Yeah.
It drives me freaking bananas.
But like truly none of it is the people that you follow anymore. It's all like based on and ads for things that you just click and it'll buy it for you.
Right. Maddie said, who
Good
needs to
one.
relax, is broken carts. No matter what store I go to, I always somehow get a loud, annoying cart. I've never had a perfect cart.
I know, but like when we go to Target, I get the cart and you're always so mad at me.
What?
Oh, you got a broken cart. Like when I pick
I'm having deja vu.
when I pick a cart, I commit to that cart. I will never take a cart from like the grocery store or Target, whatever, and start rolling away. If it has a crooked wheel, I'm not putting it back and getting a different cart. I have committed to that
I think
cart.
we've had this conversation before on
much
the
like I've
podcast.
committed to you. Like, yeah, you got a couple wobbly wheels. Yeah, you squeak a little bit when we're walking, but I've committed to you. And we're shopping through this life together. And we'll make it to the end, to the
First of
checkout,
all-
to the self-checkout.
First of all, my mouth was so aghast, you saying that and how rude that was. And then while I'm being so like rudely spoken to by you, your breath is entering my mouth and I just brushed my teeth and you did not, and I could taste your breath in my mouth.
I refused.
Anyway, that was so mean of you to say.
But that's a good one. Yeah, no, they don't.
That was not nice. You
those-
need to say
I'm
sorry
trying
for
to-
that. That was so
What?
mean to me.
It was just a joke.
That was so mean.
It was just
You just
a joke.
referred to me as like the worst, broken, most awful carts that annoy everyone, and you
I know,
just.
but I said I'm sticking with it.
That's so mean.
It was a joke, love.
That's so mean. Anyway, I was gonna add on to the broken cart business about how annoying and awful broken carts are, but what's worse than that are broken, dirty carts. I can't stand when you get a cart and it has like someone else's trash in it, or like.
They're always
stickers.
next to like
Oh my
the
God,
wipes,
so
and you take the
gross,
wipe.
So freaking gross. Yeah, broken carts drive me bananas, and I don't get mad at you when you.
That's
we
that's-
have definitely talked about this on the podcast.
Well, I don't think we have, and
We
I
have.
think our
Because
listeners are way better at
we
relaxes
have.
than we
you
are.
guys, can you tell us if we've talked about this? I know we have, because I remember having the conversation with you where you were like, I pick a broken cart and you get so mad at me. And I was like, what? When have I ever gotten mad at you for having a squeaky cart? And you were like, I just think you get mad at me. And I was like, I've literally never gotten mad at you about this.
I don't think we talked about
I
this
think we
before.
have.
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, please, someone.
I think in personal life we talked about this because I feel like you always think it's something I've done personally to you. Like what a mistake I've made by picking that card.
We have had this conversation.
I failed you somehow.
We have had this conversation, and it resolved with you realizing that like I've never said anything. I've literally never said anything about you having a squeaky cart ever once. I've never even thought about it or noticed it, not once.
I always feel very judged
in your
by
head,
my cart choice. I always feel very judged.
That's in your head though, like because I've literally never said anything. I don't even think about it.
It just makes me feel incapable as a partner and a father. Like I can't even pick the right cart.
This one's really.
But maybe there are no right carts. You know what I'm saying, guys?
But you just said I was not. You're feeling capable of picking the right cart, but earlier you just compared me to not picking the right cart. So you're saying you didn't pick the right woman.
I don't follow your logic.
Okay, anyway. Sandra,
Hi, Sandra.
said, socks to bed. I hate wearing them. They're so uncomfortable, and I don't understand how people wear it while sleeping. Like, I need to feel relaxed, not stressed. And I could not agree with you more, Sandra. Okay? Like, I could not agree with you more. I think socks to bed is wildly insane.
Do people wear socks to bed?
I think people do.
For, like, medical reasons?
Yes, I think they do. And let me just say, I don't know why they wear them to bed, but all I can say is that I think I can't fall asleep if I'm wearing socks. Oh, Eric's leaving. Where are you going? Where are you going? Erik left. I think he's brushing his teeth. He's brushing his teeth. What did we eat tonight that did this? We had a lot of weird food tonight at dinner.
Garlic fries.
I had one garlic fry. It ruined me, I guess. But anyway, if I'm wearing socks, I can't fall asleep. That toothbrush vibrates?
Yeah.
Whoa, that doesn't look like a vibrating toothbrush.
It's not an ad. Relax.
Oh my gosh, that's really impressive. Anyway, I cannot wear socks to bed. I think it's awful. I'm not wearing socks right now, and I'm also not wearing pants, and I am in bed. And I'm so excited to fall asleep right now.
Oh my God. I gotta spit.
Eric's gonna go spit. But yeah, Lovey, you can't wear socks to bed, right? But you wear shoes in the house, which is something that's like very controversial. People have talked about that on the podcast before. They can't believe that you wear like shoes on the bed and like shoes around the house. They think that's crazy that you do that. I've seen that.
You said to me today, a couple hours ago, that if and when we move, can we have a rule? You're like, I want to have one new rule if and when we move, that we become no shoes in the house people.
Yeah.
Like if you're coming over, hey guys, you're coming over to our house, and we greet you at the door, we're going to ask you to please take off your shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
I
that's
just
reasonable.
never pictured myself being like a no shoes house person.
Are
there no shoes? If you're listening and you're a no shoes house person, where do you get off? Like, and is it weirder to make people? What if people aren't wearing socks? What if they're wearing flip flops and then they have their bare feet all around your house?
That's better than the shoes that have been walking around life.
You're someone on this podcast, like, and I'm your husband, father of your children. If my bare feet touch you, you freak out. You want bare feet all over the house?
I'd rather bare feet all over the house than shoes that have been. Think about the floors of Target, the floors of the grocery store, the floors of the streets. That's where your shoes have been. You take the babies on a walk outside.
The streets?
Yes, and then you take that in the house, those germs, all that dirt, all that everyone's nastiness. By the way, the video is about to cut out because we ran out of room on our SD card. So if you're watching, it's going to go black in a second. But you might still hear us talking. Anyway, yeah, I think I
just like
gross.
shoes.
Because I just
like sneakers.
I know, but I had people were commenting about this, that we wear shoes in the house. And I've seen comments a lot about this before. People going I just cannot believe people would just wear their shoes in the house. I think that's so grotesque. And they think it's so gross. And at first I was like, what? That's not gross. Because I've always just.
Well, you don't wear shoes anyway.
Yeah, I don't like shoes. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, oh, that's so true. Like, that is kind of gross. And that's probably why our rugs get so gross so fast. Because
no, I think that's the cats.
No, love. The cats aren't dirty.
They're like
They
the
don't go
dirtiest
outside.
thing we own.
Any dirt they have on them is from the dirt that we've tracked into the house. They don't go outside.
No, I think they just, it comes from their pores. Do
No.
cats have pores?
Love, no. Okay, wait, hold on. There's one other
Cats
thing.
don't have
This
pores?
is another thing I've seen people say. I've also seen people say that they think it's crazy when people wear their outside clothes on the bed. Like they won't get on their bed or under the covers, or they won't even lay on top of their bed if they're wearing their outside clothes, the clothes that they wore throughout the day.
Because then it dirties their bed?
Yeah. They'll only touch a bed if they're only just wearing fresh pajamas. Isn't that a crazy concept?
Well, now I'm thinking like I sat down at a place and I'm wearing the pants I sat down at and I'm sitting in the bed.
Yeah.
Well, that seems a little bit... I mean, can you go through life that way if you're worried about all those things? That seems like a little bit too much. But yeah, I get what you're saying. But then, like, I keep going back to these cats, man, and how gross these cats are. And you let those cats go in our bed and they jump on our kitchen counters. I think we just got to get rid of those cats.
Oh my God. Every day, all Erik does is try to convince me to get rid of my cats. That's like his new thing. Yes, you do it every day. I will never get rid of my cats.
I love the cats. I just think they should live outside.
They can't live outside. They're Persian cats.
Have you met cats before? Cats live outside.
Not Persian cats.
Go drive around. They're just... Like,
not Persian cats.
Do you know how many... This is a fact I want to, like, look up.
No, we're not looking up anything. The podcast is over. We're done with
I want to just end with one fact.
What are you looking up?
A number. So when I first heard this number, I thought it was... I think there's no way this can be real. But this is true. Do you know how many feral cats there are in Los Angeles County?
No.
You don't? Because I'm holding the phone where I Googled the answer and I'm holding it right in front of you.
I'm sleeping. What does it say?
Los Angeles has at least 3 million feral cats roaming around.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's kind of sad. It's kind of awful, but it also kind of shows me that, like, hey, our cats would be okay. You know what I mean? There's 3 million cats.
They literally wouldn't be okay.
There's 3 million cats that are surviving outdoors. Why could our 2 cats not live outdoors? Because they don't have brains.
Oh my God! If we're not getting rid of the cats, I am so mad at you for wanting to get rid of the cats. But
if there's 3 million? What's 3 million into?
Oh my God!
Drop in the bucket. They'd be fine.
So annoying. Stop saying I love my cats.
I think they would adapt.
Okay. We're going to go. We love you guys. Thanks for listening. Make sure to leave who you think needs to relax in the comments, and we'll see you.
Yeah, because that's my new favorite part.
Actually, we're not going to see you next week. Next week, we have the week off for some reason. What? Every once in a while, we'll get an email that's like, next week it's the week off. And we're like, what? So anyway, I guess we
couldn't have been like,
we're not doing a podcast next week, I guess, but we'll be back next week. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
You can relax. Colleen and Erik have a podcast. The world is scary and we're locked in our home, but now we have big microphones. So you can relax. That's the name of our podcast.